Hey there YouTube, Superbane AK here, and this isn't quite the main topic of the video, but this is the power supply build that I'm working on. I've got 9 of these Dell 90 watt slim chargers. There's one of the part number on it. But these are in the plastic housings, and I took them out for better heat sinking. And I've been testing them, what voltage they are, and how much current they can deliver before they turn off, and also like temperature. These, I'm not going to use all 9, but I am going to use 8 to build a 720 watt power supply. However, it's going to have 3 different outputs. It's going to have three different 39 volt outputs. That is going to be for my Ruidang DPS and DP power supplies. So that way, because the problem with these, as you can see, it's got a current shunt on the negative of its output. So if you connect this negative and the negative of here, if you connect this negative to the negative of another one, and then you connect both their negatives together, both of their current shunts are now in parallel. And they will not limit their current properly. So they need to be isolated. So that's what I'm going to do with this power supply. And that's what I'm going to need some copper plate for, if I can figure out how to parallel and just put these in here in a good manner. And it's got a fan riveted in. So yeah, I know I've mentioned this power supply so many times, but now I finally figured out how exactly I want to do it. So it's time to build it. Then another update thing of what I'm doing. Let's see. Oh yeah, if you didn't catch the live stream, I have my headway cells in a big, beautiful arrangement there. Isn't it pretty? Got them all facing the same way. I do have the blocks to make this a 12 volt 4S pack, but I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with these. I'm thinking of putting them in my car because I think the battery's going out, but I'm going to try putting super caps in first, and then super caps and the LifeBow 4. Anyway, so yeah, headway cells are sitting there looking pretty. And then another thing with batteries, you can see down there, you've also seen my live stream. I was testing UPSs. That was on my 24 volt power supply, but I finally have some decent cells that I took out of the CyberPower that was running my computer. So these 2 cells I bought for that CyberPower, well, for UPS to use right now, which are the same model as these 2, this one and that one, this Genesis. However, this one doesn't look all that healthy. Yeah, this one's completely stuffed which at least this cell is completely stuffed, but you can't just save a cell when it's completely open. So that probably completely saved this one. This one has at least 6 amp hours of capacity left. And then those other two probably have at least their 9. Or what's weird is on the bottom of those two it says 8.5. Anyway. And then got some UPSs down there that I need to do more testing on, and then I'll show the results. And one more thing I'm doing is, can you read that? Oh yeah, another project would be to make a constant current adjustment for this LED, an in-series constant current adjustment to change the backlight dimmer than just using a potentiometer. But I'm discharging at 1.5 volts, and I'm actually mostly relying on the protection circuit of laptop battery. So this is Dell from a 7440. And I've got the little connector that I made from my DC UPS. This little guy. I'm just going to put an XD60 on this end. This is just a little 5-volt regulator and a double diode that you can get from any sort of power supply. So I'm charging them up from the laptops. That connector also works on these 55, 20, or 30 batteries. This is this piece of junk Axiom, which is completely flat and won't turn back on, even though I've charged it up. And it also works for the E5400, so it's amazing. The same connector works for 3 models. The 6430, which is that laptop there, is a different connector. It's got this less pin count. So I just charge them on the laptop, put them on the discharger, and get a good reading. So, bringing you on to the main subject of today's video, which is mail time. Start with this one here. See, this is high temp masking tape, so Teflon tape or polyimide film, but good insulation, high temperature tape. We'll go what this guy is. So, assorted heat shrink. These are all the sizes there. I don't know why they did this gray on a white on a gray background, but why? Can't read that, even with the light not shining on it. Well, so it's a bunch of diameters of heat shrink, because I only have one size, which is good for most wires, but they don't quite fit perfectly. Speaking of wires, I've got these, which are 10 sets of male and female 10 to 14 gauge spade terminals, I think they're called. Yeah. So I got 10 of those because I'm out of those. And 20 feet and 20 feet of red and black 10 gauge wire. So this is by B&Tech Go, which I've used before, and well, I've pretty much used it up. With this power supply, couple cables, And then obviously my car, but that I got wire specifically for my car. But yeah, I used it all up. So what's left? There's this box, which are 18650 holders. They normally 4x5, so that's 20 cells times what, 5, because you need 2, and then they can link together side to side or across. What I'm going to use these for is not for building packs, but for testing and then sorting my batteries, so I can have good cells up here, bad cells down there. Well, good cells on this one, whoops, bad cells on that one, or these ones are just sitting there seeing how long they'll stay charged, or stuff like that. And you'll be seeing soon, it's in the mail right now, the parts for my charger and discharger. And no, it will not be a 4-button piece of junk charger. I am building my own, because they all pretty much suck. The only way to do it is to build your own. So yeah. Oh, am I forgetting something? Is there one more item in there? Alright. I'll show you. What is it? Did you guess right? i5 8600K. Yep, I'm crazy. But, seeing how my brother bought this motherboard with a graphics card, a 1070, and the only way to do it is to buy a motherboard with it. That's a combo deal. So he sold me the motherboard. So yeah, it's time. It's time to bring this guy into 2018. So, still missing one part, which is the RAM. And yeah, once you see the RAM, you know I've gone off the deep end. But hey, it'll be a really nice computer. So, I think that's it. Let me know in the comments, what are you guys up to? Oh yeah, don't forget to join Discord, the DIY Tech channel, which you should be able to find on the DIY forum. I'll put a link in the description. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you see all of these projects come to life. See ya.